Hey everybody, welcome to Interstellar Transport Company. So this is another cool space game that I've actually been eyeing for a while. And, this weekend I finally got around to playing it. Just one of those things where I wanted to play it a while ago, kind of forgot about it, and just found it again. So Interstellar Transport Company is basically kind of Railroad Tycoon in space. I actually have a copy of the original Railroad Tycoon on my bookshelf. I forget if it's 5 1/4 or 3 1/2 discs. I think it's 3 1/2, a floppy disk. But I used to play the Railroad Tycoon games when I was much younger. And there was always something oddly satisfying about them. And one of the things I loved about them was, you kind of start out with an empty map, tons of potential. The whole world is ready for you to connect and exploit in a good way, mostly, and build up upon, and all sorts of stuff like that. But it was up to you to do it, and you had competitors. And Interstellar Transport Company kind of follows the same model. So in this series, we're going to go through a game and try to build an interstellar transport company to end all interstellar transport companies. So let's get started into it. There's multiplayer. I don't really have much interest in that, but we'll do single player, new predefined game. There's a lot of different game levels. Trappist, HD, 1018. Very interesting. But we're going to go with normal. I love games that have seeds. So if you don't understand what a seed is, it's just for when you randomly generate things. Random number generator needs some sort of base value. A lot of times in systems, it's the time it uses as a random seed or some other value. But this lets you recreate. If you know the seed, you can recreate the sequence of random numbers, which lets you recreate the randomly generated world. So that's a cool way to share kind of universes and things like that. So we're going to call it Wear It Freight. All right. So that's our company name. I'm going to go with blue. I don't like red. I'm more of a blue person. Accept. Okay. So game's getting set up. It is a 3D game. The UI, honestly, is not great. It feels old. It's adequate, though, to play the game. I would definitely say that. I have played a little bit just to kind of get an idea. So these are all the stars. You can mouse over them. There's Soul. That would be us. You can kind of click in there. It is a real-time game, so you can hit play and pause. And it's also, so I said it's like Railroad Tycoon. It's also very similar to Aerobiz and those airplane kind of thing. Airplane management sims. So here we go. Here's Earth. And then here's the moon. If we click on Earth, the first thing you want to do is click on Earth and buy a gate. So this is kind of where it's like Aerobiz and things like that. We can buy a gate. They're all the same. They're just limited slots. You need to upgrade the Spaceport to get more gates. So we'll lease this gate. And just like the other games, you need to get routes. So like in Aerobiz and Railroad Tycoon, it's all about the routes. So we want to get a route to the moon going. We'll pick a gate there, lease that gate. All right, now we have 2 gates, and you can make a route between 2 gates. But first, let's take a look at what Luna offers. All right, so plus is surplus, minus is deficit. Luna needs water. Luna also needs machinery, and it has to offer rare resources, raw materials, and consumer goods. So, kind of typical factory setup. let's see about Earth. Earth has plenty of water, food, consumer goods, but it needs raw materials and rare resources. Makes sense, right? This is the heavily industrialized, developed planet. The moon, not so much. The only other planet right now that's colonized is Mars. So if you take a look at Mars, they need machinery, food, and water, but they don't produce much of anything quite yet. So Mars is pretty much not developed at all, really, yet. As you can see, development level is 0.03%. If we look at Earth, development level 100%. So it's a very new kind of colony. All right. So we have a route. We have 2 gates so we can make a route. So to make a new route, pretty easy. Click new route. We'll add a stop. First stop, Earth. Add a stop. The moon. So we're going to do a very simple route from Earth to the moon. And then we need to add a new ship for that route. So there's a bunch of ships. And then there's also a technology tree that comes into this. But, I mean, the Boeing 909, which, pretty weak play on Boeing. Gorman. Northrop Grumman, I'm guessing that is. Space Bus. The names, I wish could put a little more thought into it. A little more lore, I guess I should say, would be nice. But, all right, we'll just pick up a 909. First thing you kind of have to do is choose how it's fitted with cargo bays. So we could put climate control cargo bays on it. They hold food, rare resources, and refugees. And that will, if we remember what both offered, that should cover taking stuff to there and food, and then bringing rare resources back. Also have machinery bays, dry hopper for raw materials, water. However, the only problem with doing things like water is when it brings stuff back, there won't be anything to bring back from the moon. So we're just going to fill it out with this climate-controlled cargo bays. And then you can do passengers, weaponry. So there's all sorts of cargo types that you can do. And there, like I said, there's a bunch of ships. They get more expensive. And then there's rockets. So I don't quite know what to do with individual rockets yet. But we'll go ahead and get the ship ordered. All right. Great. We'll hit play. And you can see I think that's a police ship. There is piracy and things in here. Security levels come into play. Population. Drone. I mean, I'm really just scratching the surface of this game. Company reputation. Speaking of that, you can create buildings. And look, one neat thing is you can see all the satellites flying around. I do like when they have that stuff. As I did mention, there's a research station. We'll go into that in a little more detail later, but let's construct that. And we can also build a new building here. A local office increases reputation, and reputation, I think, gets you better prices. So here's some more things flying around. So let's build a local office. All right. I haven't figured. There we go. We can go around the world. You can see all your competitors' gates. So I'm blue. Red is Soul Excursions. Green is Solus. Orange is NASA. I don't know about these names. You can see orbital space stations flying around. We're generating resource points. We got 92,000. We can take a quick look at our finances. Actually, I wanted the graph one, where you can compare against the other companies. I don't know if there's a stock market in this game now. That would be interesting. All right, you can increase the speed a little bit if you want. So let's go ahead and do that. Want to get our first ship out. And then things start happening. First ship launched. All right, let's go ahead and pause that. And there it is. So there's our ship, the D909001. You can click on that. It has this weird camera view, so you can see like a point of view of where it is. But it's carrying 20 out of 20 in its cargo bays. And once we let it go, so it'll go to Luna, we just made some money. It tracks the profit. Right now it's in loading and unloading state. And you can see your competitors' ships too. So there's the competitors. And we just made some more money. Now it's doing maintenance. All right, pause it. So the next step will be either expanding our operations on Luna or start going to Mars. But I think this is a good introduction video, a good place to stop for this introduction. Thanks for watching. There's definitely more videos of this coming along soon. All right, catch you next time.